Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, there's a common notion that pictures don't lie. Now, because we all believe that pictures don't lie, I want us to pay attention to this picture. This is a picture taken when Museveni was being received at State House. And if you look at these pictures, well, there are four of them. One, Raila is seen at the back with Musalia Mudavadi. In the front, we have Museveni and we have William Ruto. So the second photo also, you can see them, the four of them again. So on these other two photos, you can see Museveni shaking hands with Raila Odinga. Now you're wondering why I'm choosing to narrow down to this photo. There's a very specific reason. On a normal instance, let's assume last year, before Rigathi Gachagua left office, the person we would have seen just behind there would have been maybe Musalia Mudavadi and Rigathi Gachagua, then on the front, Museveni and William Ruto. But Kithure Kindiki, the professor, who is the the third deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, is conspicuously missing from this photo. So I'd like to take you through a reaction from Kenyans.co.ke. Raila joins President Ruto at State House during Museveni's visit. Raila joins President Ruto at State House during Museveni's visit. So people have been talking about the Raila factor in this photo. So before we explore the photo further, ladies and gentlemen, can you take this opportunity, like this video, subscribe to our channel if you're not subscribed before, and to our existing subscribers, thank you so much for your support. Are we seeing a scenario where Kithure Kindiki is being replaced? Matters power. Is Kithure Kindiki just a ceremonial deputy president, someone who's just there to occupy the seat that was meant for Rigathi Gachagua? Because that seat cannot be vacant. Remember, if I may take you back during the impeachment, and there was a court session, and the argument in court was that the post or the position of the deputy president cannot be vacant. So we fill it with someone, then wait for when the court is going to make a decision, then we shall revisit the matter and probably reverse the decision that the executive has made. The Attorney General, Professor Githu Muigai, was trying to bring a point kwamba the Constitution did not envisage a situation where we don't have a deputy president, that we only have a president, that the presidency is composed of the president and the deputy president, that at any particular time, the two of them must be there, because something can happen to the president. If something happens to the president, then the deputy president should take over. So the argument by Professor Githu Muigai ilikuwa ni Kithure Kindiki should just take over that position on an interim capacity pending the decision by the court. If the courts make a decision to the contrary, then they can always reverse the decision. Now, the picture here, this picture, or rather let me just use the word photo. If you take a closer look at it, Kithure Kindiki is missing. So the argument by Kenyans is that the real deputy president is there. So let me take you through a couple of reactions here, because there's something I want us to look at. Chaguas, someone by the name Chaguas says, and then some people don't believe what is said in the Bible verses, John 4:38, that says, some people always reap what they haven't labored to plant. There's someone by the name Frosty says, the real deputy president joins President Ruto at State House during Museveni's visit. I want you to take note of this tweet. The real deputy president joins President Ruto at State House during Museveni's visit. So this is what brings us to this argument, whether you still believe that Kithure Kindiki yuko pale tu kihaki, yani yeye ndio, ama kuna watu wengine who are pulling the shots, but him yuko pale just to fill that position, that just like the way it was argued by Professor Kithure Kindiki, Professor Githu Muigai during a court session, kwamba it can't be vacant. Let me take you through couple 3 or 4. Mkale Origin says, Conman this one, he can't call his SG to order. Okay. The African Mogul says the blood-based government are tight. Another person says, na amevalia bulletproof bado. Collins Buru says, Raila is so intoxicated with power, he can't even tell who betrayed him anymore. Museveni blocked him at AUC, but there he is smiling, clapping, and posing. That's not leadership, that's power-drunk uncle at a wedding. So to cut the long story short, ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans are talking about the fact that when Museveni was being received, it was Raila, Ruto, Mudavadi. When Museveni was being seen off, again, Musalia Mudavadi, Raila, and Ruto. But where was Kithure Kindiki? That is a very important meeting of a head of state from the East African bloc, and in normal case, we would have seen the second deputy president there, or rather, we would have seen the deputy president there, who is the third deputy president, because the first deputy president was Ruto, the second deputy president Rigathi Gachagua, and now the third one is Kithure Kindiki. Now, Kithure Kindiki would have been the one seen there, ladies and gentlemen. Just go below in the comment section and tell us whether you also believe that Kithure Kindiki was sidelined there. The big question on people's mind is, why was he missing there during seeing off of Museveni, Yoweri Kaguta Museveni? Remember, all these things are happening, or the visit took place amidst the growing accusation on the Tanzanian authority for barring East African member states from conducting business in Tanzania soil. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, take 1 second and subscribe, like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.